What is up, guys? JayFerGaming here, and welcome back to my Manchester United career on the Xbox One. If you haven't already seen this series, then you've got quite a bit of catching up to do, because it's been very exciting. We're doing pretty well in the league. As you can see, we're in third position, surprisingly behind Stoke. So that's not really expected. So moving on to this episode, we have a couple of youngsters declining contracts. Jesse Lingard, I kind of offered him a really bad contract accidentally, but James Wilson has also declined, and he could be a great striker in the future. Obviously, he's getting into the first team in real life at the moment, so I'll be offering him a new contract. Hopefully he'll develop and potentially could be in the first team in seasons to come. So we do have a few strikers ahead of him at the moment, with the likes of Falcao, Van Persie and Wayne Rooney. So just looking at the squad here, some guys on huge wages right there. But we've got the wage bill to cope with it, so we're all sorted. So we're getting into the first game of the season, and it's against possible title contenders, fellow ones. But I think more realistically for second position, Stoke City. Can you believe it? We're really close in the table. I'm 3 points behind, so if I get a win here, I will definitely overtake them. And Stoke started alright in this game. They had a quick opportunity here from Saidi, just wide. But for the rest of the first half, pretty much, I dominated. Blind coming in for this game. I think he's such an underrated defensive mid. His passing is just fantastic, and that's why he's in the team for this game. Falcao cutting back, and look at that goalkeeping. He kind of goes in for a two-footed challenge to get the ball, but he's pretty much nowhere near it. You'll see it here again. Next gen keepers, what is this? Why does he go with 2 feet? It's weird. But a great celebration here in slow motion. Falcao making the most of Van Persie being out injured, and he gets his 4th goal of the season. On the left here was Shaw, who combines so well with Draxler. And another bullet header from Falcao, trying to get some more goals in his back pocket, because he needs to start impressing me to get in the team ahead of Van Persie. But an opportunity once again at the end of the first half. Saidi hits the post, and they're actually starting to put some pressure on me into the added time at the end of the first half. They hit the bar there as well, hitting the woodwork quite a few times. But you can see Blint getting involved with the 2 strikers. Through ball from Falcao, and just after their 2 opportunities, I punished them on the break, and it's a great finish from Rooney. And he's just as clinical as ever right now. Just fantastic finishing from him, and that's why he is my top scorer. And that, I think, no, it's not his 10th yet. 9th goal of the season, so he's having a great season. But Stoke just kept pushing players forward. There was so much space at the back, and I just punished them here. Di Maria with his pace running down the right wing. He's going to smash it across the box, and it's an easy tap-in for Rooney to get his 10th goal of the season, and that is a milestone hit for him. But actually, if you see the replay, Rooney nearly misses this. An open goal, and he tries to kick it to where the keeper was. It kind of comes off the keeper there, and it's very lucky to go in. That means, in a way, hilarious to see him miss that. But we're 3-0 up, and it should be game over. And it shows how much class we have compared to Stoke. We are a better team than them, and we're really showing it. Even though Stoke go up the other end and score. So frustrating, things like that. I'm dominating the game, and I don't know, I just seem to lose concentration and concede a silly goal. It's not great defending from Raphael. The defender there, I think Di Maria tracking back. He should have really got the ball, but Odemwingie puts it home. But brought some subs on later on. Cadlet's our 4th striker, trying to get him his 1st goal for the club, but he's getting closer and closer. He just can't get that 1st goal, which he needs to build up his confidence. But there's Rooney celebrating at the end of the game. We have won this one 3-1, and we are up to 2nd position in the league, overtaking Stoke, who could be our main rivals for 2nd position. I think Chelsea are going to be too strong, and I can't see us winning the title realistically. But James Wilson and Michael Keane there accept contracts, so they'll be at the club for a few more years. And Ben Amos, our reserve keeper, once again, but no chance. So for this game, it's against my supported team of Newcastle. I always like to play against them. They've got some good players in the squad. I think they've got some players that are better in FIFA than they are in real life, but this game was a shocker. Ander Herrera here with pretty much one of my only opportunities, and he's not really known for goal scoring. And into the second half, Rojo with a header cleared off the line by Tiote. And this one coming up, it's not really an opportunity. That's an awful free kick, but that was their best chance of the game. And yeah, that's all the highlights I have. It shows how bad it was. 0-0 at home. The crowd are booing. It wasn't a good performance. It wasn't a good watch. So we got 1 point on the board, but let's forget about that match right now. But for some reason, I get this message from the board. Apparently, I have been screaming on the sidelines too much, which I don't understand. Because when I play the game, I'm not shouting at the game, so I don't get that whatsoever. So for this game, Rooney is a bit unfit, so Van Persie makes his return. Could be a bit risky leaving our main striker out the team, but let's see how Van Persie and Falcao combine in this big game away to Spurs at White Hart Lane. Probably the trickiest game of this episode, but it started off a lot better than the last game. There's already an opportunity here for Spurs from Paulinho. Just wide there, nearly hitting their camera. But we go up the other end, and I realised early on their left back, Danny Rose, was attacking far too much, leaving too much space, and Valencia, he was the perfect player to bring in for this game, to run at Danny Rose, and yeah, we dominated on the right, and Paul Pogba's running at the defence here, gonna lay it off to Falcao, and this is a bit of an unbelievable miss. He really should have scored. This guy's worth like 60 million in real life, and yeah, he can't be missing chances like that. But yeah, I identified Danny Rose as the weakness, and you'll see this fantastic team move to get the first goal. Danny Rose out of position. Great pass there from Valencia. Slots it through to the returning Van Persie, and Van is once again the man, which is the name of the past episode, because he was in top form just before he got injured. So we missed out on his expertise up front. But it's an easy finish for Van the man. And we are 1-0 up. Gets the ball past Michel Vorm. Because of course Tottenham have sold Hugo Lloris for about 25 mil to Everton. That's his 8th goal of the season. He is catching up on Rooney, so Rooney better look over his shoulder. But Spurs responded in this. I couldn't get close to the ball. It was a great fast team move, and I applaud them for that. Sadly, De Gea couldn't get down to the ball quick enough, and I think Chadley scored there. Who's, I think, a bit of an underrated player for Spurs. Because in real life, he's performing really well, getting on the score sheet quite a few times. I'd imagine he's top scorer. And he probably is on my career here with 6 goals. But yeah, look at this, really. Really, I've got a flying defender. How is that not a free kick? Adebayor just kind of barges him out the way, makes him fly. Oh, FIFA. Gotta love FIFA. But this is another thing I've got to applaud. Spurs scored 2 great goals in this game. We're about to go 2-1 down. You've guessed it. Look at that strike from Eriksen. I had a booked player close to him there. I think it was Phil Jones. But I didn't want to go in for the tackle and risk a red card. And yeah, Eriksen well and truly punished me. And we're losing at Spurs. We need 2 goals to get the win. And it's going to be very tricky. Very tricky indeed. It's a great strike there. De Gea had no chance. And I kind of panicked. I had to bring this guy on. Rooney is on. Let's see what he can do. Because we really need a goal. We don't want to lose. And yeah, he couldn't do anything. The team couldn't do anything. And we have lost this match away to Spurs. It's a tricky game, but it's a shame to get no points. So we've had a couple of poor performances in a row. And we're now underneath Stoke once again. And for some strange reason, we're playing Stoke again. I'm not sure if that's the same fixtures as real life. I think it is. But transfer window is now open. Michael Carrick wants to leave. Van Persie once again the first team, which he will definitely be in for. And Raphael wants to leave because of the weather. He complained about the weather earlier on in the season. And yeah, looks like he definitely wants to leave. So, gonna make a few adjustments here. Blackett, who... he's a good player for the future, but he's not getting any playing time at the moment. So I just thought, yeah, might as well put him on the transfer list, give him a bit of experience of hopefully first team football. Raphael obviously just said he wants to leave, so he'll be on the transfer market. He's got something special. He's only valued as 6 mil, but I'd take minimum 10 million for him. And Carrick, whose contract runs out in 6 months, is not getting in the team either. So if I can get any money for him, I'd take it. Get it in the transfer budget, which is pretty low at the moment, as you can see, with 5 mil. But here we go, second game of the episode against second placed Stoke. If we can repeat the performance from the previous game, then that'll be fantastic. Another win on the board, because I think second place is the most realistic target for us this season. And it's a bit of a strange top 6, 7 even. Strange season at the moment, but we're starting off here and you'll see how to penetrate my defence. It's like 3 players, Whelan, Diouf, and I'm going to guess that's Asaidi on the wing. Yes, it is. It's great passing move, but the defence is nowhere. They've scored after 2 minutes. Stoke City with a passing move. You don't say that too often. And yeah, I don't have a lot to say about that. I need to get over it and get back in this game. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right. So Van Persie passing to Barkley. Look at this for a through ball. That's what we need to see. More impressive things like that from Barkley, who seems to have gone a bit cold after his 2 goals on his debut. And talking about going cold, that is not what Van Persie is doing, as he scores a bit of a bullet header there to get us back in the game. An instant response. I actually thought he was offside here, but no, he moves onside just in time. Back in the game, 1-1, and it's his 9th goal of the season. Rooney, you better watch out because Van is coming for you. But look at this for a break. Some great defending here. John Stones, who's getting a chance in the first team. And Rojo, you can see on the left, is injured, but we don't care because Van Persie's going to get his 2nd goal of the game. The 2 strikers combining really well. It's a great break. Stoke were just throwing so many players forward. I don't know why. Surely they'd settle for a point against Man United at home. I know we're a bit vulnerable at the back, but still. It's a great poacher's finish from Van Persie. Laid on a play by Rooney. That's his 10th goal of the season. Milestone hit. And equal top scorer Rooney. So we've got a bit of a competition going here. And this goal is pretty much exactly the same. Blind plays it out. Barkley's involved. Rooney's involved. Plays it across. Van Persie taps it into the left-hand corner. And that's Van Persie's hat-trick. Van is well and truly the man right now. He is our main striker, top goal scorer. And yeah, he's just on top form after a very slow start to the season based on his very high standards. And yeah, game over. We've beaten Stoke for the 2nd time in this episode. 7 points overall. Not the best, but it looks like we'll be in 2nd position. And yeah, Stoke will be very disappointed there. But Van Persie just ripped them apart. Just a guy on top form. So looking at the table here, Chelsea have got a 7-point lead over us. We are over halfway through the season. We are a point ahead of Stoke. Look at that top 7. Stoke, Villa, Newcastle, Everton, West Brom. Who'd have thought that? This career is crazy. Ahead of Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal and Spurs. You would not have predicted that at the start of the season. And then there's a big gap to the bottom. Between 12th and 20th, it's actually really tight. You can see there 5 points separating the bottom 9 teams. So a bit of a 2-tiered table there. But it's looking good for 2nd position, I must admit. And the January transfer window is open, so there will be some dealings in the next episode. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you haven't already, please subscribe, leave a like, and leave a comment of any players that you recommend that I should buy. So catch you in the next video. Goodbye.